Hi everyone, we are on to day 3 of our Pretty Advent page from Rita Berman. I left it zoomed out so you could see the chaos of my desk. That might be fun for you. So we're doing this number 3, which is this heart. Now I had a little think about the colours. We've done red ribbon on our bell, and we've done a lot of pink. I thought let's do something a little bit different. So let's do a purple heart, just because I want to make this bright, colourful and all a little bit different. So the purple I'm going to use from my Polychromos is actually this Manganese Violet. I think it's a really pretty shade, and you can see what you think. I'm just going to apply it in a even layer. I'm going to overlayer it a little bit to get a nice deep intense colour. Now with Polychromos, the initial layer can often be a little bit light. It's just a matter of going over and over it a little bit. It's quite useful if you want to use more than one colour, then having a light layer to start with can be good, because then you can put other colours over the top. But if you want quite a solid colour like I decided to do here, then it's maybe not quite so good, but it's just a matter of knowing that you need to layer it up a little bit. So I'm going to go back over that. I'm actually going to sharpen it a little bit with all pencils actually. If you have them sharper, they will push down more into the tooth of the paper and give a darker finish. So it's useful to know that actually, because if you want something dark like I'm trying to achieve here, then sharpening can be good. But if you want a lighter look, then you can want to go for a blunter pencil. I know some people like their pencil sharp all of the time. I know some people like a blunt pencil. It's very personal. So we've done that, but that's not going to be it. I'm thinking around the outside, we've got this dotted line. I thought maybe around the outside we could add a darker colour on top to give a different sort of perspective, as it were. Our darkest purple is called Mauve. I'm going to give it a sharpen as well. So here it is. Mine's a little short. I use it quite a lot because of it being this sort of dark one. And we'll do a little layer around the outside. And it's not going to be as dark as it would be if we left a space. And if you're watching this and then going to colour something like this later, then you might think, oh actually I'll leave that as white paper and it'll be easier to colour. So it's up to you. But I sort of am thinking about it as I'm going, so I'm not planning very well. But I find it works better that way for me. If I over plan, then it gets a mess. Sometimes my head gets a mess anyway. There we go. So I've got a little bit of, it just gives it a little bit of interest. And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to brush away the bits of pencil after I knock my brush on my tripod. I'm going to add some white pen detailing. It's only going to be quite subtle. I'm going to use the Gellyroll 05, which we used for the house, because it's, again, I want a narrow pen, and I'm going to go over the top of these lines. For me, it feels like they're a stitching detail, and there might just be a decorative line, but if this is a stitched heart, then maybe this top piece is a lighter fabric bit. I'm just going to scribble with that, it's not going to work. That's stitched on top, there we go, of a darker piece, maybe. I can't actually see Rita's lines very well, so I'm half guessing. So there's our heart. It's really quite simple, but we are, as I said yesterday, going to do the candy cane as well today. Now what colour? We could do it red and white, which is obviously the traditional candy cane colour. But I'm thinking, no, let's do it a little bit different, just for fun. And I'm actually going to use this mauve that we used earlier for one of the stripes. I'm not sure about the other yet. So I'm just going to do the mauve ones first. So I'm going to start at the bottom. I could put a little bit of mauve all the way around, and then I'm going to fade it towards the middle, because I want it to catch the light up the middle of the candy cane, and I'm hoping that if I fade my colour towards the middle, so you see I'm layering it up here and then doing less as we go towards the middle, it can help to give us the impression that the cane is more rounded in shape, which is good. It's what I am looking for. So make sure you cover all that edge with dark, which I didn't do. There we go. And the same here, because you want a big contrast between dark and light, and that helps a lot. And also it can look shiny, because often these, well, they're candy, sort of boiled candies, which are shiny, but usually they would be wrapped in a piece of plastic. I wouldn't want to eat one that had just been hanging on the tree all sticky, catching the dust. In fact, I'm not a big fan of candy canes, to be honest. So I've never really liked them. I've said this before in a video, and I don't really know why. I don't know if it's just the ones we get in the UK aren't particularly good, or I've only had ones that were cheap or something. I really have no idea. But my mum used to occasionally buy a box to hang on the tree, and then through the Christmas season we would get one to eat every so often, and I always thought they were absolutely revolting. But hey, just noticed that. I thought that was a circle like these, but it isn't, so I'm not worried about that. So there's our initial colouring on our candy cane. Now I'm having a think, do we want it light pink, or are we going to leave it white? I think we'll do it another colour, just out of interest really. So I'm going to grab a pink. I think pink and purple might work well. I've never seen a candy cane that colour. This is light magenta. So it's our lightest pink that we have in this Polychromos set. And we shall have a go. So we're going to use the same technique. So darker here and less towards the middle. It's quite simple. It takes practice though. I've been doing this for a long old time, and it took time to master it. Sometimes I have to go in with an eraser just to lighten up, because I've got distracted and I've done it too hard, or I've just been pressing too hard or something like that. So don't be afraid of doing that. It will help you. I mean, you could always take an eraser all the way down the middle to even it out a little bit. I prefer to get it right, and it saves time. Because as you know, I like to colour quickly and get things done and finished, which is probably not the best way. I still find it relaxing, so that's okay. So I am done, I think. Now, one thing you can do with your candy cane is you can put a stripe of white down the edge to make it look more shiny. I'm actually quite happy with the shine as it stands there, so I'm not going to make a change to that. I'm just going to leave that as it is. And that's me really for today. It was quite quick, even though we did 2 items. I don't think I'll do another, because we've got a few other quick days where we can pinch a different item to do somewhere. So I think I will leave that, because you've got the candy cane idea to play with as well. And so hopefully that will give you some ideas. So thank you so much for watching, and happy colouring.